I did not refer to any of the extra books as such, although I did go through IE Irrider's General Problems in Physics by IE Irrider. I made sure that I did each and every question that was given in the class, that was done in the class thoroughly. I had joined Trajectory for coaching for JAM, and it helped me a lot because not only did it give me a direction, it also gave me a proper study structure, how to pursue the studies for JAM on the whole. The main thing that I like about Trajectory is the fact that here emphasis is on building concepts and not on solving many problems. And I did not refer to any extra books apart from the material that was given by teachers in Trajectory, and I made sure that I did each and every question they had done in the class thoroughly, and that was it. Last minute preparations were only revisions of formulae and important questions that I had marked earlier while preparing for JAM. And what I would suggest is each and every student must make a compendium, or let's say a collection of all the important formulae or all the important notes for each and every topic that is there in the syllabus. And you must try and go through these formulae over and over again, not just 1 day or 2 days before the exam, but a month before, or let's say at least a couple of weeks before the exam, so that you get the feel of the formulae and you don't forget these formulae during exams, because you may lose marks unnecessarily. And every student must ensure that he or she does not sink into a black hole or a mental turmoil unnecessarily, because the mental state is very important while attempting your JAM paper. You must be confident, and you must ensure that all these negative thoughts as such, would I be able to get through or not, these things, they don't really matter, and you must keep away from all this negative vibes or negative energy. Make sure you are in a good mental state, and make sure that you've taken enough sleep. If you can't concentrate, or you can't work, or you can't study, you don't feel like studying, then what is advisable is that you don't. You go for a walk, you take a cup of coffee, you talk to your family or your friends, surf on the net. But watching TV and listening to music is something that I would not advise, because it occupies your brain or occupies your senses for a time more than what's necessary. Just a couple of days before the exam, I was, let's say, harassed. I was going nuts, I was going crazy. I could not study, I could not focus, because I was so worked up because of the DU exams which preceded the JAM, and plus the JAM itself. All the climax had mounted up to the maximum, and so I just stopped studying, and I took a bath, and I made sure that I am far away from my books, because at the end of it, JAM is not about studying for 1 day and mugging up the formula 1 day before the exam. What really mattered was the fact that I had worked sincerely, in fact, for past 1 year. And at that moment, in fact, 1 day before the JAM exam, the only thing that gave me hope was the fact that I had done what I could possibly ever do for this particular exam. And the fact that I had done so much gave me the hope that if I don't crack JAM, or if I don't get a nice rank or the college of my choice, then it's probably destined, because I had done what I could do, and that was it. As far as number of hours are concerned, I never bound myself or never said to myself that I must study for 3 hours or 4 hours or 6 hours. All I wanted to do was to solve as many questions as I can, as many questions as my brain would allow me to solve, actually. And the only aim in my mind was to give my best. to this aim that I had taken up, and that's it. The toughest part, I think, was that to push away the JAM questions and take up my BSc coursework, forcing myself to do all those derivations and theorems I obviously didn't like. But otherwise, I think a little bit of work also the year helped me a lot at the end of it. I made sure that I gave all the term tests and did all the assignments so that I don't have to work in April when JAM was around the corner. Electricity and magnetism, mechanics, quantum mechanics, and mathematical physics are very important topics, because out of these 4 topics, they ask about JAM asks about 5 to 6 questions each year, and out of these, MP was my favorite topic because of the maths and really interesting problems, lovely problems to solve, lovely diagrams and all. And thermodynamics is one topic that you can actually leave in the sense you can do it. You can do it about 3 to 4 months prior to JAM, and then don't do it. Even if you don't do it, let's say 1 week or 2 weeks before JAM, then it would not matter, because even then you'll be able to solve the question. So that's one light topic that you can ignore a little bit and devote more time to other major topics. Favorite MP. Really, you can get absorbed into MP. Every problem is a new problem, and there is a different funda, different logic that is applied to every new problem. It's like a puzzle. It's like solving a puzzle, Sudoku or something. Trajectory.in helped me a lot, since Trajectory.in, I think it's a very nice concept in itself, because as a graduate student you can interact and sort of not exactly socialize, but let's say network with other graduates from different parts of the country. You get to know what kind of environment they are having and how it is different from your own, and you get different points of view for the same topic or the same subject. As far as studies are concerned, the material that is put on trajectory.in, it's awesome to say the least. It helped me a lot. In fact, those very question papers, they are based or modeled on the JAM paper that is there, and I practiced those papers themselves. And towards the end of the year, there was a new forum that was introduced, JAM question a day, in which a JAM question was asked every day and students would give in the answer and discuss the answer. And that was really helpful, because you don't only get to know how to solve a question correctly, but you also know how wrong could you get. I mean, where are the places that you could get wrong. So that was very helpful. I had contributed in that. I had contributed in a forum that was called JAM question a day a couple of times, where a JAM question was put up every day, and then we could discuss the answers. And I had also contributed in a forum that was exclusively for discussing JAM 2009. It helped me realize all the mistakes that I had made in my paper and what was the general perception of the paper, and the polls for JAM 2009, so that I could know how my peers had done in the very same paper.